So I have this article here from the New York Post. Apparent drag parody over Last Supper in Paris 2024 Olympic opening ceremony sparks controversy. Yeah, apparently, you think. So the crew of drag queens and dancers performed an apparent parody of the Last Supper at the 2024 Paris Olympics opening ceremony Friday, drawing intense criticism across social media. Now, I wish that I would have made this video last night instead of this morning, because they are scrubbing every single video off of Twitter, or X, I should say. Literally, I had a whole list of things bookmarked so that I could refer back to them and show you guys. And one by one, every single video is being taken down or deleted or copyright claimed. And it's just a shame, because they obviously have something to hide, right? I mean, why would they go and delete things like that? This is crazy. Opening your event by replacing Jesus and the disciples at the Last Supper with men in drag. Clint Russell, the host of Liberty Lockdown podcast, fumed on X. There are 2.4 billion Christians on earth, and apparently the Olympics wants to declare loudly to all of them, right out of the gate, "You're not welcome," said Russell. And here is the best picture that I can come up with. I had a video actually of this, where this starts out with this person dressed in blue or painted blue. He's underneath a golden thing that they put over food that they take off in front of you at restaurants or whatever. I don't know what the name of that thing is. I probably should have looked it up, but I don't care. And so it's obviously a representation of, or a parody of, the Last Supper, right? Here, let me show you this as well. You see this post right here by Dr. Eli David. "Even as a Jew, I am infuriated by the outrageous insult to Jesus and Christianity. How do you feel about it, Christians?" Well, there's been a lot of backlash from the Christian community, in my opinion. And here's the actual image. And just take this image on top and remember that that person painted blue was sitting there on a dish right in front of these people. So in my opinion, it's absolutely a parody of the Last Supper. I've heard some people say, oh, it's just people standing behind a walkway. But I just have to disagree. It's just the way that I feel in my heart, right? Well, let's go back to this picture here, where the guy is sitting on a plate. There was a video of a gold cover thing that they put on food being removed from him before he starts singing. But you see he's sitting there along as a dish, as the main dish. So don't tell me that this isn't a parody of the Last Supper. And this is actually a post from Patrick Bet David. "The Olympics is officially for adults only. To those parents who plan on watching the opening with their kids, just got a rude awakening. The opening is a spit in the face to every Muslim, Christian, Catholic, or Jew parent who does their best to raise their kids with conservative values. I'm not surprised that the queer director Thomas Jolly mocked Christians with the Last Supper theme. He's capitalizing off the platform given to him to gain popularity in front of 1 billion people. It's 10 times the Super Bowl's audience. He won by promoting the LGBTQ agenda to kids around the world. What I'm curious about is who approved this." And I have the same question. And I'm surprised at this point that the French president and the International Olympic Committee hasn't came out and completely condemned this action. The Olympics is supposed to be a gathering of the greatest athletes from every country around the world in one place, where they compete to see who is the best in the world. And I just don't see how this aligns with any of that. You see, they had the pale horse that is represented in Revelation. And look, just deleted video. I went and removed a bunch of others, but deleted video. I mean, what are they trying to hide? Are they ashamed all of a sudden? This is just completely unacceptable. And it's a shame that they brought this type of stuff into an athletic competition. And now I'm conflicted, because I've been looking forward to watching the Olympics like I always do. I love rooting for my countrymen. I love seeing the United States win. And I love sports, all sports. I'll sit there and watch 2 hours of women's race walking in the rain. I've done it before. But the point is, like Patrick Bet David pointed out, 10 times the amount of people that watch the Super Bowl watch the opening ceremonies to the Olympics. And a lot of those people are kids. This is a representation of how the slippery slope goes too far. So let's go back to the article here. During the show, a group of 18 performers, including 3 familiar Drag Race France queens, struck poses behind what looked like a long table with the Seine River and the Eiffel Tower poignantly placed in the background. At the center was an ornately dressed woman with a large silver headdress that resembled a halo as depicted in paintings of Jesus. She smiled and made a heart shape with her hands as her peers stared down the camera before breaking out into choreographed routine. Models then stormed the stage for the impromptu fashion show that saw the supposed Last Supper mockers swaying along the sidelines. The showcase turned into a dance floor at the end. To add to the absurdity, a massive serving tray was planted on the stage, revealing a scantily dressed man painted head to toe in sparkling blue curled up inside. The Olympics said their performance was an interpretation of the Greek god of wine of festivity, Dionysus, to make us unaware of the absurdity of violence between human beings. Yeah, right. But social media users felt that the group was making fun of Christianity, and even French politicians denounced the show. Practicing Catholic Marian something took to X saying, "To all the Christians of the world who are watching the Paris 2024 Olympic ceremony and felt insulted by the drag queen parody of the Last Supper, know that this is not France that is speaking, but a left-wing minority ready for any provocation." Tesla boss Elon Musk also slammed their performance, saying it was extremely disrespectful to Christians. Plenty of other social media users applauded the performance as historic, especially after it followed 3 drag queens carrying Olympic torches for the first time. Who cares? This is about athletes. This is about athletic competition. You turn this into a drag spectacle, and anybody that's been paying attention over the last year knows that we're tired of it. Look at what happened to Bud Light. Look what happened to Target. We're tired of this nonsense. The Olympic drag performance comes just one day after presidential hopeful Kamala Harris became the first sitting vice president to appear on an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Which, that's another thing. Every time I turn on Peacock, that's the first thing that it suggests to me. Does anybody know how to make it to where it doesn't suggest that? Let me know in the comments. And before I go, I want to show you a little clip from this video on X that Andrew Tate just posted, and I can't agree with him more.
The worst thing about this is actually the fact that none of this has anything to do with sports. They could have done this at any other time. No, they chose this random event. You can't even possibly link them. They have no excuse they can come up with that makes any kind of logical sense. It's not about sports. It's not about dedication. It's nothing to do with the event. They just say, everyone will be watching. Let's prove how disrespectful we are to Christianity, and let's prove how gay we are. There was no need for it at all.
I agree. What should I have done, or what should Christians have done?
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Are any Christians?
It's heartbreaking.
Are any Christians at all, a single one, going to even bother to go outside and protest? Are any Christians going to stop watching the Olympics? Are any Christian athletes going to step down? Are any of you going to do anything?
So what are your thoughts? Did this Olympic opening ceremony offend you, or were you okay with it? I'd like to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.